think it means a lot to be a young black man in America. That's something I take a lot of pride in, to be myself and not be afraid of who I am and not be ashamed of the skin that I'm in. Uh, I know that in America, probably the black man is probably least favorite socially, but being a black man is something I take pride in.
The first thing I notice about him, he looks pretty fly.
Very well dressed. His watch.
He looks pretty cool. Yeah, his sunglasses, the painting in the background is really awesome.
The guy? He's got some cool pants on.
He's fancy.
He's wearing some pretty cool clothes.
Well dressed.
His watch.
He looks cool.
All right.
He's standing there, he's relaxed, he's chill.
I do think the news sometimes portrays African Americans a little differently than they do other races. Now, I do think that the African Americans have to do a better job. We have to do a better job of representing ourselves and not giving people something to talk about. But I do think it's been a bit unfair in the way that the African American male is portrayed in the news, because it's always negative, usually. Not every African American male is robbing or stealing something or killing somebody. There's a lot of African American males doing good things in the community, helping kids, having good jobs, running businesses. Not all of it is negative, and I think the media does a good job of portraying negative news and could definitely do a better job of maybe reporting some of the more positive things that happen in our communities.
But I am urging the parents of black and Latino youngsters particularly to not let their children go out wearing hoodies. I think the hoodie is as much responsible for Trayvon Martin's death as George Zimmerman was.
I believe that dressing, the way you dress, is a part of your first impression, and the first impression you can't change. So you have to make a good impression when you're out and when you're about. You see people and you meet people. It's important to carry yourself in a certain manner, because you don't want them to make those predispositions about you, and therefore leading to a negative connotation. Where if you're dressed, say, for instance, like a tie, nice pair of slacks, and a dress shirt, they'll look at you different. It's sad, but they will. The way I feel about the media and how they portray black men is not very good. I don't think it's fair that you have to portray black men in specific, as thugs, as criminals, as these hoodlums. I mean, in all honesty, yeah, they do exist, but there's also white thugs, white criminals, white rapists, Native American criminals, Native American thugs, Native American rapists. I just don't feel like, why just African American men? Why don't you have these connotations for all across the board?
With that being portrayed by us, black people, why is it wrong for the media to do that too? Why should it be wrong for them to do it, but we're sitting here doing the same exact thing? So I think, as I said, once that changes, once we start having more black artists who are portraying positive things, not calling this women are bitches and they ain't shit, blah blah blah, and saying, hey, I got these tear marks because I killed somebody or whatever. Once we can get more positives in the artistic world, the music world, from black people, then I think maybe that might change something. You got all those people who kind of make it hard for us because they continue to go off this stereotype that young black males people should be afraid of them.
The video goes on to show officers wrestling Garner to the ground, the officer on his back, placing one arm around Garner's neck to subdue him. Police Commissioner Bratton called this maneuver a chokehold. Garner, who weighs more than 300 pounds and stands well over 6 feet tall, repeatedly tells police he could not breathe.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
So in that regard, yes, it has changed some things. It has improved
the awareness of the issues where people have been complaining about police brutality for a long time. Ferguson just really was the powder keg effect in that matter. I think that in Kansas City we're doing a really good job of doing those things with the collaboratives we have in place. And as a result, we had not had situations of that magnitude to occur. And so thankfully, as we move forward, law enforcement will look at ways to bring individuals in on their force that will reflect the community more accurately and will be more prepared for the cultural competencies that come about and understand the underlying culture and the urban areas that they will be servicing. And I believe that will be one of the best ways to proactively address the disconnect between law enforcement and the community, is when the law enforcement reflects and looks like and is a part of that community.
The first thing that I want people to see when they see me would be my personality, but I know that's unrealistic because when you see somebody, whether you want to or not, people tend to judge a book by its cover, whether they want to or not, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. I would want people to see who I am as a person opposed to anything else, but I'm sure the first thing that they're going to see is the way that I present myself.
My appearance, I'm a good person, and see that I'm well taken care of, that I'm about my business.
First thing that I want people to know when they see me, I want you to see me as not as a black man. I want you to see me as a confident young man who has good grades, he's going to school, I want you to see that I'm going somewhere. I want to see that I have confidence and that my parents raised me right. That's just something that I want everybody to see when you see me. I want you to see a black male at all. I just want to see me. I want you to see me, as who I am.
My personality, my mind frame, my chain of thoughts, the person that I am, and the person I want to be.
Well, what I want them to notice about me, I'm a college student. I'm not just any one of these other, stereotype black men out on the street. I'm out here, I'm doing something, I'm trying to make something of myself, and I'm not just, out here what they think we supposed to be doing on the corners, selling drugs, doing drugs. I'm out here trying to make something of myself, take care of me and my family.
I don't know, just how intellectual I am, how, I come off as different as, society would see African Americans or black males.
My spiritual walk, my spiritual soul. If you're looking at everything on the exterior, my clothing, my skin, you're not looking at me. I want them to really see me. That goes for everybody.
I'm not the type of the black guy that the media represents or that the media portrays. As in news and that kind of stuff. So in other words, get to know me. Don't just assume you know me, because you don't.
Bullets sing through the skin of an unarmed black man and swim to the heart of the northeast side of town.